Hello, everybody. I hope you can hear me. Uh, I am here to answer questions and to have some fun with you guys. So, if somebody wouldn't mind, just give me a thumbs up or a yes in the chat, just so I know that everybody can hear me okay. Because I was doing some testing and I think with my headset on, it sounds better, but I just want to make sure that you can hear me. Um, Wave, hello. We got a couple people here on Instagram. I'm doing Instagram and YouTube at the same time, so I can reach as many of you as possible. Um, I hope you guys are doing good and surviving through the coronavirus stuff. Can you guys hear me on YouTube as well? Hopefully you can. So anyway, I just wanted to say hello. Pardon the hair and makeup. Um, the hair and makeup is not on point today. My hair salon has closed, and my makeup girl is somewhere around here. I don't know where she went. So it's just me. You might hear some funny noises in the background. My cat Luna is running around. So in case she gets excited, I have some toys for her to throw and have some fun with. So hopefully she's settled in and doing all right. So welcome everybody. I wanted to say thank you first to all of our new subscribers that we've been getting. We have a lot of new subscribers in the last couple of weeks. I think we've added 60 or 70 new subscribers here. We added 14 yesterday, which I think was our highest ever. We had over 2,300 views on the YouTube channel yesterday. So apparently people staying inside and not having much to do means that they watch more stuff on YouTube, which is great. So we're going to try and keep providing some great content for all of you guys out there. And what I want to do today is answer some questions for you. So if you have questions on Instagram, if you have questions on YouTube, please put them in. I don't care what type of questions they're about, anything business related, anything about ideas for now and these times or whatever. Please feel free to type them in. But before I do that, I have to make a shameless plug here. Okay. First off, people always say, what books should I read, or what should I be doing during this time? Well, obviously, the answer to that is to read Dr. Winteregg's book, Fun at Work. And this is a great time to work on your business and actually handle some backlogs and handle things that you might have going on that you've been ignoring. And I know sometimes we feel guilty about working on certain things related to the business. And this is a great time to do it guilt-free. And so reading Fun at Work is a great book to get you through this. You can go to Amazon, you can buy the Kindle edition and get it today. It's extremely inexpensive. If you get the real book, you've got all kinds of great pictures and diagrams. And then there's also a study at home kit that goes with this, which you'll get the information on. There's a website that you go to and you get questionnaires and fill in your answers. And it's like exercises for each one of these chapters of the book. But sometimes people get kind of scared about books. I don't know what it is, but not enough people read books. And so people say, Fun at Work is kind of big, it's a couple hundred pages. And I don't know if I can just do that. So you might need to start off on a gradient. So what I've been doing to psych myself up and get ready to learn is I've been actually diving into my books and reading some stuff to get ready for Fun at Work. So the first one I started with was the ABCs of Metallica. All right. This book here will teach you all the basics you need to know to be able to get ready for Fun at Work. All right. And this book is fantastic. Remember that C is for Cliff. That is Cliff Burton. He played his bass like a master. His music was a gift to all. Among the greatest musicians in history, Cliff Burton will forever stand tall. So this might get you ready for Fun at Work. Now, if you read the ABCs of Metallica and now you have to put your newfound knowledge to work and you're wondering what's the next best thing to read, I suggest the complete Calvin and Hobbes. This is a 4-volume. You can see the other 3 up on my bookshelf right over here. This is the next best gradient. This gets you primed and ready to go to read your Fun at Work and to do your exercises. So if this looks a little bit too big, okay, start off with the basics. You don't want to go too fast. Okay, you want to, crawl before you walk and that kind of thing. So I recommend starting with the ABCs of Metallica and Calvin and Hobbes. That's what I've been using to get me ready to start doing some big studying. And I think that that would be a great place for you guys to get started. Um, I do want to mention just a couple of quick things. Right now, a lot of people have probably found our channels for Matterhorn Business Development through our Remarkable videos that we've been doing. Remarkable and Tool are two tools that we use. The Tool notebook system and the Remarkable system are two things that we've been doing. And a lot of people have been finding our channel because of those videos. I think we had over 2,000 views just on the Remarkable stuff yesterday alone. And so we have pre-ordered Remarkable 2, which is the next tablet for Remarkable. And we have a July receipt date of that. So as soon as we get that, we're going to do an unboxing and comparisons and things like that to be able to break down the Remarkable binders and the Remarkable book and all of its new features. Right now, go back and watch some of the other Remarkable videos that we've done on how we actually use it, how we actually utilize it, so that when Remarkable 2 comes out, if that's what you decide to go with, go ahead and be kind of familiar with the operating system. I think Remarkable 2 was, I think, $400, maybe $500, which is actually a good deal cheaper than the last tablet. So this might be a good time to just wait an extra couple of months and pick up a Remarkable 2. And I think a lot of people went to our latest Remarkable video thinking we were talking about Remarkable 2, but we were actually talking about Remarkable 2.0, which was a system update. So if you found the Remarkable 2.0 video and you're wondering, where's the Remarkable 2 content? Well, we don't have any content on it yet because our tablet has been ordered and we are just waiting receipt of it. And honestly, I would love to do a Remarkable tablet giveaway. I've been emailing over there trying to see if they would work with us and give us something to give away. So if anybody from Remarkable sees this, please, we would love to do a Remarkable 2 giveaway and be able to give that out to all of our awesome subscribers there. Speaking of our subscribers, we are at around 843 or something like that right now. We're trying to get to 1,000. That's like our first big goal, was to get to 1,000 subscribers. And we're really impressed with the fact that over 800 people have already, subscribed to us. And 1,000 is like a kind of a big target to hit, so we are pushing towards that. If you have found one of our videos helpful and you are a subscriber, please send it to somebody. Find a video that you think that they would like, send it to them, ask them to subscribe. I want to get to 1,000 really quickly. We're going to do another giveaway when we get to 1,000, whether it's a Remarkable 2 or another tool system or something. But we do want to do another giveaway, and we do want to thank you guys for watching us. So, that's kind of big for us, actually. I didn't know if we'd ever hit 1,000, and now we're actually looking like we are. So if you have found our videos helpful, please give them to somebody else, or please share them to somebody else, and be able to share those with friends that might be able to benefit from it. Now, obviously, in the business world, everybody is totally, fixated around everything that's going on with this virus that's happened. It is a real life situation. Whether you're thinking that people are overreacting or underreacting, there's people on both sides. It's not as big of a deal as you think it is. Oh, it's a bigger deal than you think it is. And there's everybody trying to tell everybody else that they're wrong. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm just here to talk about the fact that it is a real thing, and it has affected businesses. It has affected economies. And, there are certain businesses where there's not a whole lot that you can do at this time. Certain healthcare professionals, dental offices have been closed. I think chiropractic clinics are still good, so you guys can still see patients. Just take the necessary precautions. I actually live right around the corner from a chiropractic office, and ever since all this started, they have a big sign on the door that says "Stop," and they take your temperature at the door. They check your symptoms, make sure you're not sick. So they're doing all the right things to make sure that people are being safe, and so they're still able to function. But other people might not be able to function, and so then it's a question of, well, what do I do? Well, I want to try and help as much as I can. One thing that we're trying to do is get our friend Jamie Marcario from Thrive Law to actually come on and do a Q&A session about legalities of who you have to pay, do you have to pay employees, et cetera, et cetera. And so I'm trying to schedule that. It won't be live because of her schedule. She's extremely busy right now, but I am going to record it and then be able to post it to get some of these payroll type questions answered, because I see so much information all over the place, and it could even be different from state to state. So I at least want to get somebody on who can answer these types of questions and be able to help you and figure out some things. And there are a lot of cool things that some companies are doing right now to help people that have been affected by this. So if you have been affected, your business has been affected, you can actually call and talk to your credit card companies, talk to your banks, talk to your lenders. And a lot of places are helping people with 1 month or 2 month worth of payments, being able to defer loans, being able to put things off, things of that nature. And so you might be able to get some assistance on those types of things if you are struggling right now and if you are having a rough time. Now, other businesses can take this opportunity to actually flourish. We have a client who has a cleaning business, and I mean, he's just going flat out and trying to help people stay healthy. And he's sanitizing and taking all the proper steps to make sure that people are safe and healthy. That's great when you're in that type of an industry and you can do that. And if you are in that type of industry, now is a good time to get some great and excellent PR by offering discounts or offering people to be able to pay less to get things sanitized. Um, those are really good ideas. And there's a restaurant right around the corner from me here in Clearwater. It's called the Green Market Cafe. I stop by there every now and then and get food. But since all this started, I'm getting an email every day from them, and they just keep changing how easy it is to get food. I think on Sunday they normally have like a Sunday brunch, people getting mimosas and things like that. So I got an email saying that, for a certain amount of money, which wasn't that much, you could pre-order your food, come pick it up, get a bottle of champagne and orange juice, and go have your mimosa at home. I thought that was a really good idea. So there's a lot of ways to take advantage of. I'm not saying take advantage, because I don't want people to be doing stuff that is dishonest. People who are price gouging and hoarding things and trying to sell it, I just don't agree with that. That's not honest, ethical business, and they give everybody a bad name. So I'm not talking about that, but I'm just saying there are ways that you can do things to try and give back, to try and stay ahead of the game. And one of the things that, depending on your business, you may or may not have been greatly affected during this time is you have to promote even harder and more and faster than you ever have before. And it's an unfortunate truth, but anything that you can do to actually build your promotion pipelines faster and easier. And what you've probably thought of over the time is that you have these ideas of things that you want to do. You have ideas of things to try that might get you new business. Now is the time to go and try it, whether it's with social media, doing YouTube, doing LinkedIn, doing different things that might be able to get you more reaches. Now is the time to invest time into doing these things. And so that at the end of all of this, 4 weeks from now, 5 weeks from now, whatever it is, that is now a new pipeline that you created to get you more business for when things go back to normal. And just realize that things are going to go back to normal. The economy might be affected by this if you judge the stock market and the Dow and whatever. Okay, that's not how I judge things. I judge things based off of customer goods and services that people provide. The economy is going to go back to being the way that it was. People are going to need products maybe now more than ever once this is all over. And so just do anything that you can to keep yourself protected during these times, and make sure that you can do anything to help your customers that you can. More customer service and more communication with your customers is always better than ever before. That stands true now more than ever before. I would like to hear from anybody who has any questions in the chat. So please feel free to give me some of those. My cat is running around and having a good time right now. So um, luckily for me, I have ammo here. Luna, there she goes. All right, she's going after the balls. That'll keep her busy for a few minutes. So what I do want to say is, man, I had a thought and then I lost it there. Now is a good time to just focus on business and do things that you hadn't done before. And so I want you guys to just take advantage of that time, spend time with your families, do things that you want to do. Things are going to go back to being better. I hope you guys can chat with me. I'm hearing that there might be some sort of an error message on YouTube or something. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I'm going to keep going for now. Now is a good time to focus on areas of the business that you weren't focusing on before and do things that you weren't doing before. And I also just think that things are going to go back to kind of being normal. People are always going to need goods and services. Now, I just remember what I want to talk about. We do profit first. We work with businesses and we help businesses do better. And what this has really shown is that guidelines weren't followed for businesses with their finances leading up to this. And, especially here in Florida, we have hurricane season that comes every year. Now, it might not always be a disruption to depending on which coast of Florida you're on, but you're supposed to have several months worth of reserves. I think most businesses, they say 3 to 6 months. Personally, it's supposed to be 3 months that you actually have a reserve built up and are able to operate in a case of this type of a condition or in case something does go wrong. And so this really leads me to say that after all this has happened, you need to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Whereas, if another virus of some sort comes out of some unnamed country, um, then maybe we should be prepared for shutting operations down and being able to pay our employees. Maybe not their full wages. Maybe it's a half wage, but they work half as much and they're cleaning, they're getting things ready, they're getting files in order, whatever it might be. Now is the time to start figuring out how to do that. And that's why we like the profit first system is there's actually a way to be able to incorporate these types of emergency reserves into your thinking for the future. Because I hate to break this all to you, but we're going to get out of this in the next 4 to 6 weeks. And here in Florida, guess what? June, July, it's hurricane season. Now, what are we going to do? Okay, we have another issue. So you got to think with that. It sucks, but a business that is living life on the edge all the time just doesn't work. And you have to have some operating expenses set aside. So figure out what those operating expenses are for you. You might need to have $10,000, $100,000, $500,000 set aside specifically only for situations that arise like this. And we've heard these things, and it's always kind of like, yeah, that's not going to happen to us. And I've been that way myself. I've been that way before. I've had business owners like, oh, I have this much in my bank account. I'm like, do something with it, right? Well, this makes everybody readjust with their ideas of what they need to have at this time. And I think that as a business, you have to make sure that you can support the people around you and take care of them. And if that means having extra money in reserves for these types of situations, then find out what those numbers are going to be for you. And quite honestly, after the end of all this, you're going to sit there and say, man, I really should have had 80 grand set aside for something like this. Well, maybe now is the time to get that ready so that the next time something like this happens, and let's be honest, there will be a next time. We have 7 billion people living on this planet, and it's going to happen. Okay. There is going to be another illness. There's going to be a hurricane. There's going to be something like a tornado, like Nashville had just a few weeks ago. I mean, my dad growing up had their home and restaurant flattened by a tornado in Indiana in one night. They lost both of those things. You have to be able to have some reserves set up so that if something does happen, you can take advantage of it. Now, eventually, for small businesses, I imagine small business loans and things like that are going to be easier than ever to get to help people get back on the feet. They need the economy to keep going. So, in a few months, we'll be able to apply for these types of things and get benefits. But you have to survive the next few months. And if you have the cash to be able to do that on hand, then you won't. Then when you need a loan, you'll be able to get the loan, but you won't be eating ramen noodles and having your employees laid off during those few months that it takes to get these types of loans. So I'm going to be researching a little bit more on these SBA type loans, what's going to be happening. There's a lot of bills and things that the government is trying to pass. And, that stuff's going to be happening soon. We'll get more information on all of that and we'll be able to keep things rolling. But I want everybody out there to just start thinking with what is it that you need for your business after all of this happens to get through the next type of a pandemic or natural disaster or something that will occur. There are things that are outside of our control as business owners. And, a natural disaster or an illness like this coming through, there are times where you really can't do much. And so it's unfortunate and it is what it is. But, you just have to be able to think with the future. It sucks having, 2020 vision and this giant rear view mirror for the past. And then we're looking out of this little hole in the front. And unfortunately, that's where we're at right now. Because even when all this started, I really didn't think it was going to be a big deal. So hopefully everybody is staying safe. be sure you follow all the guidelines that are being passed out. Even if you're young, I'm a young guy. I'm not really at risk of dying from the corona illness. But what if I got it and I didn't know it and I got somebody else sick? That's on me. And unfortunately, there's too many people out there who only look through that tiny peephole and never realize what their actions do to others, which is how we have gotten here. I mean, somebody getting on a plane after being tested for coronavirus, finding out that they have it after they flew, that is just absolutely irresponsible and uncalled for and unnecessary. And we need to make sure that now we're being affected by stuff like that. So we just need to make sure that we're set up. So my thing going forward is do whatever you can with the business right now. I'm going to get some legal advice hopefully this week and be able to post a video for you guys. We actually have a special YouTube video that we're talking about putting up on YouTube in the next week or so. We were just talking about it yesterday. It's something that we filmed probably 5 or 6 months ago. And then we started going down the profit first stuff so much that it didn't really tie in with what we were doing. And so we have like a 2-part video all about sales and communication and stuff that we're probably going to be posting for free here on YouTube. So I want to give you guys some new content and some new stuff. And I'd love to hear from you about anything that you want us to talk about during this time period. So so my dad in the chat there says that he got version 2 of the Remarkable tablet for $400 and it's supposed to come in July. So I don't know if Remarkable 2 is going to be more. I know the pre-order price was $400. Now is a great time to pick up a Remarkable tablet. Although I know I just said that the economy is bad and people have to hold on to their money, but if you can pick up a Remarkable 2 tablet, it's $400. It's a great investment. And we will have some unboxing videos on that and show you all the new features and things that are going in with that. So I'm not getting any questions from anybody here. So I'm going to end in just a couple minutes. But again, now is the time to focus on things and get things right so that when life goes back to normal, just remember when the economy gets better, people get back out there working, there's going to be a huge demand for everything and you're going to get inundated with requests. So now is the time to focus on the business and get things ready, because even with a 2-month disruption to business, you can still get in the next part of the year more done than you've ever done in your business before if you organize for production today. Okay. Organize for production today is what you have to be focusing on, and anything that you can do to get things taken advantage of, depending on which industry you're in. Do whatever you can. If you're a public speaker, work on your craft, video yourself in front of a mirror, do whatever it takes, come up with new content, make that new PowerPoint. If you're a sales guy, I'd be going through all of my past leads, everybody I've ever talked to before, getting them ready to go, and be able to just come out of the gate running. And Abby says in the chat, the audiobook for Fun at Work is available everywhere except for Audible and Amazon. You can get it in the Apple bookstore. We've uploaded everything to to Amazon. And, it's just kind of like we're just waiting for it. It's been like 3 months that we've been waiting for them to actually put it into the store. So hopefully that happens soon. But the audiobook is great. It's actually read by Dr. Winteregg. He reads his own audiobook, and there's parts in the book where there's different characters, and he goes into another person and starts speaking in different ways and tongues. It's pretty funny. So if you like audio, then go ahead, pick up the audiobook. And remember, if the book is too thick, start off on a gradient. All right. Start off with something simple. The ABCs of Metallica is my number one choice. And that's where I would go for all of my entertainment value. I would like to do some more live streams this week. So if you guys would like to see more of this stuff, let me know. Again, thank you to all of our awesome new subscribers that are out there. We love having you guys. We'd love to hear from you. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we unlock kind of some new community stuff that we can do with YouTube, where we can talk to you guys more, do live polls, recommend old videos that you might not have seen. So we want to get to that 1,000 mark so we can provide more quality content for you and make sure that you have something to do during this time period. Now, if you do need help, please reach out to us, okay? If you need help with something, you are struggling right now, you need some ideas, now's the time to bounce ideas off of other people. If you are in a particular industry, talk to other people in your industry, find out what they're doing, to keep busy or what they're working on right now, and give you something to do during this time that could be productive. So we're right at 25 minutes, so I'm going to end it here. I will be in touch with you guys soon. I will probably do another live stream or two this week. Probably Thursday will be the next one. I'm hoping on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, to be able to interview the business attorney at Thrive Law and get some good content for you guys that way. And hopefully you guys all stay safe and just pay attention to the channel this week and see what our live stream schedule is going to look like. Like I said, probably Thursday, I'm going to do another one, probably at the same time. So hopefully you guys can all be there Thursday at 1 o'clock. And then we're going to have some extra content for you all. So good talking to you all. Have a fun day. And don't forget to do your homework and do your reading. I will see you all next time.